either in comics or crossovers into Buffy.
Any prospects of the Dollhouse storyline continuing, or continuing on to the Dollhouse or Buffy and Angel line?
We did do. Have you seen the series we did do? That actually did really well, and I know that it's the kind of thing. One of the things that's really important for Dark Horse in everything that we do that has Joss's name on it, because I'm here to tell you, like we could have a Serenity ongoing and sell shit tons of it every month. However, the fact is that we really want Joss to be directly involved in everything that we do with these worlds and these characters and these creators. So we do have, for instance, another Serenity series which we're working on for later in this year. So that's going to be something that's going to be very exciting. And then as far as Dollhouse goes, there's nothing on the calendar as of right now, but I know that I can safely say that I don't think we're done with those characters. So hopefully you will see them. In front.
Looking back on season 9, what has been the hardest story or arc to write?
I really want to give you a game show. I feel like you would be awesome.
I hear the music behind me.
And remember to answer the formal question.
Yeah.
For me, it was the first one because, unlike...
You just stole my answer, too.
There you go. Well, no, it was because, everyone else involved had either been involved with the Buffy show or was, in your case, Andrew, with one of Joss's shows. And I was just coming in out of, I had a television experience, but not on the Joss shows. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm going to totally screw this up, or what if he hates it? Or it was just really, 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 really scary. So that's why that was the hardest one.
Yeah, I had worked with Joss before, but that was on Dollhouse, and I was there from the beginning of Dollhouse, so I really felt like I had brought my head around it. And then Buffy has such a history and had meant so much to me before as a TV writer that coming into that and sitting down, Joss wrote such a great issue 1, sitting down to write issue 2, it was really intimidating to pick that up. And
that would have been even worse if he'd written the first issue and then, all right, you take it from here.
So, I'd have to say that first arc was just kind of understanding the character and how to write her and picking up where Joss left off.
The hardest thing for me artistically was actually doing your arc with Oz and Tibet and all that. Not because it was great, and I was right with you, the idea that we were finding out what happened to Oz and where his life went. But oh my God, all the guys were there. So I had to draw everybody. All of the Scoobies, plus Oz and Giles and all of these army dudes and everybody. And it's one thing to have to draw somebody and have their photo reference. It's another thing to have to draw 7 people, almost every page, and look at their photo reference, going, oh, okay, who would do that? Where would that go? So, that was so tough for me.
And I sent you a lot of other photos too, because like...
Yeah, Deacon Lockman, you had asked me that Oz's wife looked like Deacon Lockman from Dollhouse, which I was like, oh my God, that's such a perfect fit. So yeah, it was an added reference on top of reference.
And I want the goddesses to look like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and
the
the landscape looks like this, and I want the temple to look like the I was really gonna make it fit.
No, I loved it. It was just so hard to get that in on a certain timeline.
Well, as any good Joss Whedon fan knows, all good things must come to an end. And then come back again in a different form.
And we have to know which one of us is your favorite, because that person has to be killed before we end this.
and when we come back, we'll be singing about it.
So, unfortunately, we are out of time. I want to thank all of the panelists up here for being here today. I always feel very lucky to be up here with you.